Hey guys, this is Mark, aka Christ169. I have to do this upload this way because some reason my YouTube is acting like a retard today and it doesn't want to work. I tried to do a live stream. It's still saying it's live, but it's not live. It's been discontinued. I restart my computer and things still showing it's live, but my computer feed is dead to it. So I don't know what's going on with it. Uh, don't know what happened to it. Uh, just let it go. I guess. I'm gonna let it go and not worry about it. So if you see anything on that live stream with my name on it, it was probably that issue I'm trying to delete, but there's no reason not deleting. I'll try to delete later on. So that without further ado, let's get on with the video. Welcome guys, Christ169 here. This is a four-part video, four-part review video. I'll try to do the other reviews live stream if I can. If I can't do it, if some reason if YouTube is being retarded to for some reason, I'll have to do this four-part like this. I don't like doing it like this. I like having, I like having live interaction with my subscribers and people from outside my subscribe base because that's how I got a lot of you guys to subscribe to my channel by being live all the time. But anyway, though, the uploads be good too as well. I'm going to discuss multiplayer in this first part. The bugs, multiplayer, and the weapon loadouts, and even some customization on the gameplay and graphics side of what I've seen, what I've heard. People have talked to me about it. People have messaged me about it on the phone here, has messaged me on my phone, messaged me about what they feel, what they don't like about it. I'm going to talk about certain things, okay? I put in about 3 hours and 8 minutes, almost 4 hours. So when I do another review, it'll probably be the 12-hour mark, or at least 10-hour mark. I'm playing a little each day, trying to get into it much as I can. Because I didn't dive into like a 2042 because I spend a lot of time waiting for the game to work. So like I kind of have that 2042 fatigue where just man waiting for hours to play a game is always spotty. This game's I'm getting in very zippy, very fast, very easy to get into. No, hey, you're number 450,000. No, I'm getting in pretty good. My biggest gripe is I know I do miss 128 lobbies. I think that'd be kind of cool to have that. What if they had like 128, but maybe just 64 of them be like bots running around? That'd be kind of cool. I understand the maps are not designed for that, but have a mixture, maybe say 64, maybe like 80 or 100, maybe something like that, where they have a mixture of bots and stuff though that are there. You can shoot, just for distraction basis. They can shoot at you. They can shoot rockets. They can shoot stuff down. Um, that's my gripe. That's my biggest thing. I like 2042 was pretty cool with that because you can get some free kills with the bots, but with 64 and sniper class being kind of nerfed, like a lot of people are saying has been, or it's going to be even more. What I've been hearing, it might not be as bad because the sniper class just ruled the roost on 2042. They didn't let anything out of their sights. They just killed everything in front of them. And that's good and bad because it's good if you like hiding from another side of the map. Bad because if you're a team-based person and you have a spawn point beacon, or and you have, let's say, a ammo pack, you kind of just defeat the purpose of being a scout. And I mean, a support person if you have a sniper rifle. I don't think having open glass is a good thing. Open weapon is a good thing. I think it kind of eliminates the world battle of Battlefield because a sniper is not going to have a rocket launcher on his back. A sniper is there to take out certain key targets that are important, and if it's seen, covered, blown, it's almost instant death for that sniper. So having a sniper carrying around a rocket launcher or an ammo pack is kind of silly. it kind of defeats the purpose of having that kind of class. No, it kind of makes it more like a mediocre, a Swiss Army knife, where the sniper class is already mediocre to me anyway. Snipers are already mediocre to me because they don't do a big purpose when it comes to all they're in there for. They don't call out location, they don't call out shot, they just do it for their own self glorification. And if you're a sniper and you are mad, get mad. I don't care. Because I think sniper classes are a useless class. The assault has purpose, engineer purpose, support has purpose. Sniper class is just there for your own self inferiority complex because maybe your parents didn't hold you enough or told you they loved you or whatever. So you have to snipe and hide on a mountaintop. I kid, I jest. I don't care if you're a sniper or not. I snipe pretty good too in Call of Duty, so I can't complain too much. So I'm just jesting. I'm kidding. But anyway, though, so my multiplayer, I'm not gonna give any tips and tricks, but I'm gonna say that if you go in there to adjust your settings, please work on the lighting, because my God, this thing is bright and really dark. I mean, you're almost blinded by the light, and you go inside and get shot by somebody who's hiding in a spider web. Because the spider web is something where you can't see, it's so dark, and then they can shoot you. They can see you, you can't see them. It's so bright, you can't see them because it's so dark. Because your eyes can't filter out darkness because you're told like it's like going for a walk in broad daylight, coming in the house really dark, you can't see. It's that type of your eyes have to adjust to the light, the lack of light, so you really can't see for a little bit there because your eyes have to adjust. That's pretty cool in the game. I think that's very good to have in the game. Obviously, I think it's a very good battlefield experience. But it's like, man, you know, like stepping outside summer in Hawaii or something. Like it's like real bright, like man, it'd be that bright. But I get what they did. They wanted realistic, and I think it's really good. But I think they should have turned the light down. Turn that sundial down a little bit down there, and but you give you options to do it yourself. So I mean, they give you options. It's not they're being blasted in your face 20% with sunlight. And the sharpness you can turn down to 0 if you want to. If you're running a 40, 90, or 50, 90, sharpness is in only just a number. If you're like 3070, I'm running 3070. I turn down sharpness, helps my GPU actually because I only have 8 gigabytes of VRAM. So yeah, if you have 8 to 10 gigabytes of VRAM, turning certain things down will help your VRAM usage. Um, Now turning down from ultra to medium might help. But then again, if for some reason the VRAM is really weird anyway, the game optimization of the game is really weird because it automatically sets it to high for me, where I don't really want it, throttling the GPU 100%. I like to have a little bit of wiggle room because the explosions and stuff. When you get a lot of stuff on the screen happening, and your VRAM is at 7.5, 7.5 gigabytes of 8, you start noticing small little hiccups and issues because the VRAM is getting like, hey, we're getting tapped out here. It's getting tapped out. Um, so that's kind of a problem too as well. Still to this day, but it's not as terrible as it could be. Um, but how's the multiplayer? Really good. I mean, multiplayer is really solid. The gunplay is really good. For some reason, when I pull the trigger down, my gun will lock up, then start firing again. I don't know if anybody's had that problem. Not my controller's kind of special. No, my controller has special switches on it, where I can click the switches to make it work. No, I can do a full press or a half press or no press, and the gun will fire. For some reason, it doesn't really work that way unless I have it already opened. So I think it's just the controller is. It could be the secure boot thinking maybe I'm trying to do something cheating or whatever. But this controller here is it's the at controller. It's the Power A controller. I bought it at GameStop. Has switches all the way over from full, closed off, half, full. And you go up here, you only have to push down a little bit. See, push down a little bit. How this is all the way open, this is not. This is literally that way. I can push down and I can press a button and it'll shoot. Problem is, it will start uh, hiccuping, what I call skipping. It'll hiccup or skip. It'll fire, then do that, then fire again. I think it's the game itself. You know, it could be it could be secure boot, could be Windows 11, could be the game, or it could be the controller itself too. But I've been playing Helldivers 2 with this controller on all different ones, and it's been fine on all three different settings. So it could be the game itself. Maybe the update will fix that, whatever. But there is some issue with gunplay. They do say to tap it as you're shooting, because full firing doesn't have that issue. Has that issue, so it could be the issue with the gun itself, with the gunplay. But so far, gunplay's been good on the multiplayer side. Maps are big and good, a little too big. Certain areas are campers and snipers' dream. But then again, no, you kind of know how to grease those guys pretty easily. If you know how to get to a high-rise area to find them, you can grease them pretty easily. They're not very hard to grease. Once you grease them a couple times, they rage quit because they can't sit around and and dominate the beat chest and dominate the land. No, because they're being destroyed. They're being destroyed by their own stupidity. Um, that being said, though, it is a funny game. The maps are big enough where you can have a good time. Certain maps shouldn't have vehicles at all. I think like the Brooklyn shouldn't have much vehicles at all, really, because it's just not designed for. It's more designed for urban infantry combat. You know, maybe a tank, maybe a jeep with the gunner on top of it, maybe that, but that'd be about it. Choppers, you can't use choppers around there because it rains. Designed for choppers or jets. Hey, if you want to do that, no, on a custom game, go nuts. That's it. It's your life. It's your life. You live how you want to live it. But me personally, I don't see myself doing that. Trying to fly a jet, in Brooklyn area where it's so small that it's not very designed for that. It's designed for urban combat. Some tanks can go in there, like maybe two, three tanks, maybe four tanks, two on each side. It may sound like cheap with the gunner on top. Maybe be a good idea, and that'll be about it, really. And maybe small ATVs get around fast, zip around fast, maybe, but that'd be about it, really. Yeah, don't clutter too much of it. Keep cars and everything else in the way. A lot of maps are good. Some of them need more tweaking. Cairo's really good map. Really good. I played that like about 2 times already. A real good map. A real good map to play on. The rest of them are kind of Outside Brooklyn and Cairo, two ones that I like the most. The rest of them are kind of they can't because they're too big, or maybe they need more players or more bot players to really fill them out. Maybe instead of having 128, have 64 that are bots on either side. Have 32 more bots, or have like 64 more bots in the game on those bigger maps only. Smaller maps, you don't have to have them. But if you want to clutter up a little bit with infantry and get them free hits, but also it's not a bad thing because then then you have more. So it's really it's your opinion. Start your opinion kind of down here, kind of thing. Um, the bugs are plenty, and there are tons of them. Like I said, I mentioned the firing bug. One of them, people have an issue when you pull the trigger down, it starts almost like it starts skipping, like it starts skipping rounds or whatever. Then it goes back to shooting full. We've been told solve the issue by tapping your weapon, by tapping it to fire in bursts until they get the bug fixed out there. 28th of October is when that I think when the first season drops or first map, before you call it drop, what you want to call it, something drops. First drops happen for updates, so it'll fix a lot of the bugs. There's a spawning issue with certain choppers and tanks not spawning on one guy on one enemy's team. If you're on that team and you get no tanks, no choppers, and our team gets tons of them, and you're just being mowed down because you can't defend yourself because no vehicles coming in. That's been notated too. I've been notated at 125. Bug issue on today's bug list of Battlefield. Let me a little joke there. Um, Still, this game's a lot better than 2042 ever has been. I feel that the gunplay is good, maps are good, bugs are there, vehicles are decent. Oh my god, when you gotta put in a assist chopper flying, it's like, damn son. I mean, it's insane to try to fly a chopper. Um, but also the jets don't take off. You have to take them off yourself, and that's even more magical. I say that with me crashing into a building, killing myself with a jet. And I had teammates jumping out of the way because I was like trying to take off, and it's like, man, they wonder what the hell am I doing. I take off, crash to a tree or whatever. I think I do miss the 2042 type of way where they're already flying and you're in there. I think I think they should give you an option to be in air or take off. Should say air or take off. And if you want to take off, that's cool. If you want to be in the air, you be in the air. I made the disadvantage of being in the air already that you'd be locked on already to some anti-aircraft gun batteries. But taking off means you don't have to worry about that until you get in the air. So it could be a little trade-off where you want to take off in a jet and fly by already be flying, then uh, the pilot no, that's part of the penalty you have to worry about. Where if you have to take off, you can plan ahead. Well, they're going to be anti-air guns around, so I got to be careful. So you can plan that. But flying a jet ain't too bad. Once you get it in the air, it's not a bad fly. A lot easier to fly this one than on Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3, damn. We won't talk about issues. Flying jets. But Battlefield 2042 was easier, but once again, the game was easier for more casual. This is more for your ground-based Battlefield uh, hardcore people. Casuals will play it. They'll probably be quitting probably eventually when something else comes out and go play that. But the hardcore fan base Battlefield people and COD people who are tired of the COD nonsense coming over will be playing this too as well. Um, and trying it out for a while until Battlefield 7 comes out. Then they'll go over there and play crap on it and they'll come back to Battlefield. The multiplayer side really ain't that bad. The UI is very interesting. I mean, I get confused between the campaign and multiplayer because it's so jumbled up. It's hard to really get through it sometimes. But once you figure out what to go on to, I still haven't got to the a portal yet. I still haven't figured out where the portal's at to get to it because there's XP farming people are doing. And I really wouldn't mind doing that because I'm like level 5 or 6 right now. I've only been playing since Friday. But I've been playing half an hour or so because I have to work those 3 days a week, Friday to Sunday. So I don't have time to go, sit there and play video games 8 hours a day on weekends. So I work weekends. So my main thing is going out there and working. So when I get off on Sunday night and I'm off until Thursday night, I'm about to work Friday morning. I'm playing games for a while, especially Sunday, because everything's shut down at 6 o'clock. So I try to catch up when I can. But it is fun. It is fun. It is not anything terrible. I did refund the game twice, but I did cancel it twice. Thinking about it, friend who bought it said, yeah, they had the same problem too. Would it just no? It wasn't fun at first, but once you give it a chance, really understand what the gameplay is based upon, it's not terrible. Not terrible at all. It's very simple to play. But you have to understand that the game is going to take time to get used to. This gameplay is a lot more realistic than most. So once you play it, once you understand it, it's pretty simple. But I like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. The campaigns were awesome. And I love the campaigns, really good. Both of them. Online play, I started late on both of them. Except Battlefield 4, I started pretty early. I had a PS3 version, and I bought the $10 upgrade, and I put the PS3 disc in the PS4. It ran that game, so I played it on the PS4. It was a superb game, looked a lot better on PS4, obviously, but still had the same bug issues, choppers freezing in the middle of the air, whatever. But this here didn't have a lot of freezing or crashes. Um, but does have bugs, obviously. Every Battlefield, every EA game does, mostly. But some more than others. Um, as of right now, I haven't played campaign. I probably won't play it for a while. I'll do a campaign review later on. Said I won't, but I probably do one later on down the line. Not right now, though. I'm gonna do a part two. I made a part three. I may just do part one and two. A Battlefield review, Battlefield 6 review. Part one about multiplayer. Part two will be about the understanding the UAI and understanding what it really needs to do, and talk more multiplayer. I'll probably get into the portal some more and discuss more about the portal once I actually find it and actually be able to use it and figure out what the hell it does. Because only anybody knows how kind of games you can build on that thing. There's some games where people are, dodging choppers and cars and tanks falling off of down off the road, and you supposed to run up there and I guess capture something to win or whatever. So it's interesting game to come up with. It's mostly XP farming and I figure how to fly the damn jets and choppers. So it's more of a training montage and XP farming than anything else. And that's fine because if you ain't getting rich off, you ain't getting rich off the fact that the game takes forever to grind, and the XP is not really dropping in as fast as it should be. You would think to do an XP weekend where they double XP on everything for a while anyway. At least the first month, give everybody a chance to get it going. Now, if you bought the game on the EA app, play for 6 hours, they gave you I think like 12 hours of free XP tokens. So if you know EA app, you pretty much lucked out on that one. Yes, you couldn't play for 6 hours, but you give me 12 hours of free XP. I'll see how fast I rank up there real fast. I wasn't worried about that. But yeah, the game is good. I recommend the multiplayer. It's a good game, but I would recommend probably getting it, waiting on the first couple updates, 28th. But if you're a diehard fan, I would recommend it.